Today I'm just going to make a really simple but really tasty and very nutritious little kind of a pancake from India, uttapam. What it consists of is a white dal, millet, fenugreek and a little bit of rice to bind it with the batter. I'll get back to that anyhow. And what I'm going to do with these little pancakes is I'm going to pair them up with very simple little hummus. I'm going to use avocado, some lime, some fresh oregano. If you can't get fresh oregano, basil, even flat leaf parsley would be fine with that kind of thing. It's very, very simple base recipe. I have a tin, I think they come about 380ml, this little carton, so about a 400 g tin of chickpeas. Keep the juice from it. And first of all, I'm just going to very quickly make that. First I'm into a food processor. I'm just going to add all my chickpeas with the juice. I'm going to add my oregano. And again, basil, doesn't really matter, it's what you have, because sometimes don't be afraid to play around with recipes. I have an avocado. I'll just quickly do the avocado just to show you with this one. Because people do injure themselves sometimes with it. Cut around the avocado, I've done it already because I was just checking the avocado to make sure it's nice and ripe. Then place it down on the board. Don't do it in your hand, whatever you do. And then, knowing where the knife is, just very gently tap the stone with a nice knife. Twist, stone comes out. Easy. And then get a spoon and then just scoop out the avocado itself. And what you'll do is you'll get that lovely green as well. And it's that simple to prepare an avocado. Do everything on the board and always kind of know where your hand is, because there's quite a lot of injuries caused by avocados and people kind of peeling them. It's that easy to do it. So anyhow, into that also I'm going to add the juice of a lime. If you can't get a lime, lemon will be fine. I just think the lime works a bit better with avocado. About 40ml olive oil. A little bit of black pepper. And small piece of salt. You could use the potassium salt as well. Just normal everyday salt. And just going to put that aside and just blend that up, and that's your basic hummus done. Simple as that. And a nice little dip to go along with this one. If you keep blending it, I'm going to keep mine a little bit more on the coarse side, but you could keep blending it until it gets really smooth. It depends what your own tastes are. Good taste. Perfect, just what I wanted with this. Nice, fresh, clean, tasty little hummus. And then I'm just going to put that aside. I'll put that in the bowl in a second. And then what I'm going to do is make my uttapam batter. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but what I'm going to do with this is use the liquidizer attachment. Now, what I have here is white dal or urad dal. What I've done is I have about a half cup of dal, kind of a generous half cup, and I've soaked it overnight. You need to soak this a minimum of 10 hours with all of these. And then when it's been soaked, you wash it really, really well. Put it in a sieve, rinse and rinse and rinse until it's very clean, all the water runs very clean, and then it's just been soaked, but good overnight soaking, minimal of 10 hours. That goes in there. After that, the next one I'm going to use is millet. Again, a lovely robust grain, Looks a little bit like a couscous, only for it's a grain, whereas a couscous is kind of a rolled durum wheat kind of flour. Again, same process, minimal 10 hours soaking. There's a few different types of millet you can have. This is kind of there's lovely red millets and things like that. But again, soak it very, very well. And again, rinse it very, very well under a sieve until the water rolls nice and runs nice and clean. Okay, and then pop your millet in here. You see, again, this is why the liquidizer is the better option with this, because this one needs to break down into a nice batter. So you need to kind of a bit of more power. The seasoning I'm going to use in this, fenugreek, is a lovely seed, kind of a curryish flavoured seed. I've got a tablespoon. Again, I'll let that soak overnight as well, because I want, otherwise it's quite a hard seed and it wouldn't break down very easily. Next up, 2 tablespoons of rice. I have kind of a mixture with a little bit of wild rice in here. It doesn't really matter, but the main thing is it just helps to kind of bind the whole thing together. And then and that's pretty much a base batter. So what I'm going to do is put a little drop of water, just something for it to catch. A little bit of salt, pepper. And what we're looking for here is kind of consistency of a nice pancake batter. So start blending it up, see how it looks, and then if you had to add a little bit more water, do. Now I think with these kind of lentils as well, they might get a little bit thick as they're going, and you want to get this into a nice fine blending. And don't forget, these have been soaking overnight, so they're going to have quite a lot of moisture here. So just be cautious how much extra water you put in. Just a little drop is probably enough. There's actually probably enough water in this, but I'm just going to let that run away the blender for a few minutes, and then, so I'm just going to blend away there, and then when it's ready, it'll be on to cooking it. So to make our uttapam, nice dry pan, good non-stick pan. There's our batter. As you can see, it looks very like a pancake batter or something like that. I've blended this till it's quite smooth. You need it just like this. It's very important to get that nice smooth. So keep it in the blender till you get there, okay? No lumps or anything else like that. Heat your pan a little bit, and then what you do is just a nice piece of the batter into the dry pan, believe it or not, but it has to be a good non-stick pan. I'm going to just spread that a little bit. I'm just going to put it off at very high heat. Just put it down a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to spread that around just a little bit. And this is what makes these really interesting. Little selection of vegetables and things like that. So I've got some red onion, and kind of press these, a little bit of basil there, and press it into the batter when it's still wet. So you have to work a little bit fast here, because this is the chard, and I just after shredding that up, and then some little bits of red pepper as well. But it's very important that you're kind of pressing them all into the batter. Don't overload it either. And then if you find that it's starting to cook a bit, just pull it away from the heat for a second, just as you're building it up a little bit. This one also, I'm just going to use a little mixture of seeds and things like that. And then what I'm going to do is just gently take a fish slice, just push all those ingredients into the batter that's still wet. Push them down nice and well, because they need to be kind of stuck in there, so that you have your uttapam like that. And then just let it cook away. As you can see, there was no oil used, but in a good pan, this batter mix doesn't tend to want to stick. It's a really lovely, very, very high fiber, very high nutritious batter, and then when you put all these things on top, it almost has the look of a little kind of a pizza, but very, very healthy, very high in fibre. And then I'm just going to flick that over. As you can see, that we push that in, and then just allow it to cook on the backside for just a few minutes, just until all those things start to soften through. And having just cooked that for about a minute, about 2 minutes there, a nice low, moderate heat, I'm just going to flick that back over again. And you have something more like that. It's beautiful. Almost looks like a little bit of pizza, but it's actually a bread. And really, really tasty. Just let it cook through then. There's not much to it really. You have your few seeds there. And then it's just a case of just playing around with what you kind of find very interesting with these. And then you just make a few of them, build them up, and then we're going to serve that with our nice little avocado hummus as a nice little dip with that. So I'm going to just continue making a few of these and then get back. As you can see, you get this lovely light golden on the base just as you turn them, and that's what you're looking for. And then just to cook them on the other side. Just flicking over this one. To serve my little uttapam, I just cut them into little quarters, and with my nice avocado hummus just to dip in.